Wagwan Nation, Wagwan Nation. It's that guy, not Locs, not Nation. Yes, yes, yes. Doing another dreadlock review to you guys, straight out there from here in Canada. Johnny Venus, one half of the Earth Gang. And I've done a video on Earth Gang before in the past, but I realized I just do an update on Johnny Venus. He's got some epic lock recommended by you guys, so make sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed. This is the Naughty Nation. Yes, welcome back. Happy whatever day it is today that I choose to upload this video. We are looking at Earth Gang's very own Johnny Venus. The name Earth Gang, I'm actually quite a fan of that. Who names their gang after the earth? Some wholehearted, loving people. That's who. Without further ado, let's look into Johnny Venus and see what's going on with his locks as of lately. His locks kind of looking like this. Loving the way his hair is wrapped up in this kind of a scarf. We can see some of his locks have been congoed up via that freeform movement. But the man does also have a lot of bleach in his hair, changing it from, a natural brown to a blondish color. His head wrap game is on fleek. I have never wrapped my hair up in such a manner. And he's wearing a dress. Freeform Locs looking rather dope here. You can see how thick they're coming in. Mad wicks happening there. And here we have him wearing something again on his head. What we can see though is the Eye of Horus, and his locks looking like they may have been trimmed because they're looking pretty straight cut down there. I love how the new growth is coming in rather thick. He's decided to really take this Afro punk and make his locks super thick at the roots here. He's only got two big dreadlocks right at the front of his face there. You can see some of this bleach that's been left over, and a lot of this frizzy kind of woolly type hair is a true sign of a freeform gang. You can see this shot here with his hair pulled back. My guess is he's about 5 years or so into this lock journey, and his hair is actually very plentiful. Numerous amounts of dreads at the back of his head compared to the two Congos right up at the front of his head. No lie, he does have a head wrap game on point, and I am actually very interested in learning how to wear head wraps. Here we do see some more of that freeformness happening. Over time, when you start with thin locks like this, I feel like people are naturally interested in looking how to thicken them up. And this is what's happening here. We see a lot of thicker dreads coming in simply by just not separating anymore. That's all it is really taking here for Johnny, is to not separate any of his new growth coming in. And you can see that, it is working quite well. And opposed to what his thin locks used to look like, the thicker ones just being so much more defined and rooted. It makes for such powerful photos, such powerful presence, and it really is gonna take down the amount of locks that he has number wise, where he could have had over 50 and now it's coming down to about half that. And besides the head wraps, we notice that he doesn't really wear his hair tied up, tied back. He's got it flowing pretty natural all the time. By doing this, you do avoid unnecessary stress or stretching of your forehead, but definitely seeing a lot of definition in his locks these days. Super cool. So yeah, freeform life. I feel like people that embrace the freeform life definitely get the truest experience of having locks. It's really what will set you free the most, and honestly it will help you appreciate yourself even more so than having to pay a loctician to do your hair for 500 bucks. You appreciate the nature and the organics of what is to be of yourself when things are just let to be in the divine order of things. So it's something to think about. Even though here in this photo we see him getting a little bit of a lineup, maybe it's just on his beard that he's getting trimmed there. Here also shows the shape of his old locks, which actually looks like they were thinner and had been combined before he started to really combine them naturally. Really love this face mask here. Kuji Chagulia. To define ourselves, name ourselves, create for ourselves, and speak for ourselves. Essentially be independent, know your self-worth, express your self-worth and be your self-worth. Very powerful messaging that we see here. Here's an awesome shot of the back of his head showing all that new growth coming in, and the freeform's looking much nicer than the little twist that he had going on before. Such a cool photo, holding some koala, chilling with some kangaroo, and what an interesting character, I must say. Even down to his wardrobe. Locs looking prolific here. Last year's photo. Holding it down with the legend J. Cole himself. Well, I know J. Cole actually has signed Johnny Venus here under his label. So, to be honest, J. Cole's label might have the most prolific dreads in the game right now amongst all his artists. Pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. There's a photo of him dressed as a cowboy. Cowboy with locks. All right. That's crazy. So Johnny Venus definitely holding down some legendary locks. Loving that he's starting to freeform and letting them Congo up. No more separation for his locks. And it looks like he's not doing any more dye on the new growth as well. No more bleaching. So that's also a big plus to let that go. Right? So goes to show that you can go from twisted or interlocks and transform them into thicker, healthier, stronger freeforms. So anybody out there that does have thinner locks and then looking to transition, it is possible. And you know, obviously he didn't use any combining with crochet hooks like this or anything. He's just leaving his ends open. Meanwhile, like I have closed an end of mine. You know, I've closed this dreadlock off. But the rest of my Congos, I've let them to be open. My frizzy hair looking quite wild right now. Just realizing that, but it's all good. I love my frizz. Miss Frizzle, remember that? Magic School Bus? Anyways, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching this video. Not Locs out. Peace out, one love. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.
The nation.